As his discourse ended, I began to realize that he must be one of the Ascended Masters, for he had not only given me proof of his dominion over the elements by precipitation, but had instructed and explained as he did it. I sat wondering how it was that he knew me. "My son," he said, answering my thought at once, "I have known you for eons. In raising your thought by your own conscious effort, it made my coming to you possible at this time. While I have always been in touch with you, when we were both in our finer bodies, your conscious effort of reaching out to someone of the Ascended Masters opened the way for me to come to you in a much more tangible way, that is, tangible to your physical senses. I see you do not quite recognize me in your outer consciousness. I was present during your birth, at your mother's passing, and was instrumental in bringing you and Lotus together at the right time that your attainment might not be delayed. Again, I assisted in bringing you and your son into association in this embodiment. However, be patient. Sit still a few moments, watch me closely, and I will reveal my identity to you." I did as he requested, and in perhaps a full minute, I saw his face, body, and clothing become the living, breathing, tangible presence of the Master, Saint Germain, smiling at my astonishment and enjoying my surprise. He stood there before me, a magnificent godlike figure in a white jeweled robe, a light and love sparkling in his eyes that revealed and proved the dominion and majesty that are his. "This," he explained, "is the body in which I work a great deal of the time, when occupied with the welfare of mankind, unless the work I am doing at the moment requires closer contact with the outer world of affairs, and in that case, I make my body take on the characteristics and dress of the nation with which I am working at the moment." "Oh!" I exclaimed, "now, I know you, for I have seen you many times like that, at the inner levels of consciousness." "My son," he explained, "do you not see what real mastery actually is? We in the ascended state can control the atomic structure of our world as a potter controls his clay. Every electron and atom in the universe is obedient to our desire and command, because of the God power by which we control it and of which we have earned the right to be the directors. Mankind in the unascended state marvels at these things, but I tell you, it is no more effort for us to change the appearance and activity of our bodies than it is for the ordinary human being to change his clothes. The unfortunate condition in human consciousness, that keeps individuals in their self-created limitations, is their attitude of mind, which either fears or ridicules what it does not understand, or what is still worse, in its ignorance says, that is impossible. A thing may not be probable under certain human conditions, but the God Self, which is the great light, can change all human conditions, so nothing is impossible. Every individual has the divine flame of life within him, and that God Self of him has dominion, wherever he moves in the universe. If he, because of his own mental inertia, will not exert the necessary effort to reorder his age-old habits of mind and body, he goes on bound by the chains of his own forging. But if he choose to know the God within himself and dares to give that God Self all control of his outer activities, he will receive the knowledge once more of his dominion over all substance, which has been his from the beginning.